Less than 24 hours after landing in South Sudan and meeting cabinet ministers, the UN Security Council delegation seems to have made some progress. Its mission is to convince the government to accept its resolution to deploy additional troops in the country.
We got to debunk, as a Security Council, some of the myths that have existed about what the Security Council has intended. There is now an understanding that when we talk about sending 4,000 peacekeepers to South Sudan on top of the force that is here, it is with one constituency in mind, and that is the people of South Sudan.
South Sudan is yet to agree on the deployment, but its stance after meeting the council members seems to have softened from the initial rejection.
And based on our own actions and how we plan it together with the UNMIS, that force could be helpful to us in improving our security situation and giving more life to the people of the Republic of South Sudan.
There are more than 12,000 UN soldiers in South Sudan with a mandate to protect civilians, which wasn't part of the mission when it was created. And that task has not been easy. There are reports of peacekeepers fleeing when confronted by armed groups, doing nothing while women were raped right outside their base, and failing to respond to calls for help less than a kilometer from their base. The UN Security Council says that while it's investigating those accusations, the focus should be on the perpetrators.
The primary responsibility for those attacks lies with the attackers. And some of the focus on the UN role, I think, has diverted. And this is why it is so important that the commitments that have been made on accountability to end impunity, to ensure that the perpetrators are held responsible, that is where the emphasis should be in this country.
Accountability that seems to be far from being achieved in a country yet to fully experience peace. Hiba, Al Jazeera, Juba, South Sudan.